Alright, bobbers, we passed through another little village, so I figured you guys didn't want to see all that stuff, just the village, so we figured we'd jump back on these back roads and we'd fire up the old camera machine here one more time to see if we might get lucky and peep an old Squatch and her kinfolk or his kinfolk or him or her or whatever. You know, it's our last leg of the stretch before we get into where Bob headquarters is located, and I know you don't want to go to that big village and see all that stuff. So we just gonna, like I said, kick the cameras back on, or this camera back on, and maybe get lucky. I mean, this area we're riding through, over on our left, is vast amount of farmland that leads down towards another very huge wildlife management area. So state of New York, like I said in my other video, is one big gigantic wildlife management area. Everywhere you look, every map you look on, green areas highlighted, green saying wildlife management area, wildlife management area. And there are a ton, a lot, which means I would say a plethora of areas for the old Bigfoot, Sasquatch, whatever kind of creature you want to call it, humanoid, primate, humanoid, if it's smart, got opposable thumbs, can think. There's all kinds of areas to dip in and out of, hide, live, relax, place to place, you know, and you know, I'd say 7 out of 10 Americans, we're going to say 6 out of 10 Americans, anybody, most people, human beings, don't go in the forest, don't go in the woods. It's a small population, percentage of outdoorsmen and woodsmen and women and all genders. You know, there's not a very big population that go out in the wilderness, that go out in the woods. So, you know, Bigfoot's, they're going to take advantage of their terrain just like we would, their environment. You know, you come into a city, us human beings, we can move about, maneuver ourselves, and get around real good and make things work in a city. You know, so you think about the Bigfoots and the Squatches, they out in the woods every day, all day, 24/7, so they are the masters of their domain, just like any woodland creature. You know, that's why they call it a food chain, a hierarchy. It's bottom to the top, but they can still master it. They still know what they're doing out there. Keep at it, boys and girls, bobbers. We will keep at it. And if nothing else happens, we have a good time. We get to see some really cool stuff, learn some nature things. I got a bird book I like to keep with me. See something, I can see what it is and identify it. The other day outside of my home, I had a northern harrier hawk male take out a blackbird. I watched it. I watched them in flight, like a dog fight, like, you know, World War II pilots. They was, and then boom, that daggone hawk just took it, dropped it, grabbed it, landed right by my window, right on the sidewalk in the street, and looked right at me while he's killing this blackbird and its talons. You see, he's got the talons in it, got that bird stretched out. Man, oh man. And he just flew off. He had himself a meal. But you never know what you're going to see in nature. That was crazy. The warden and I, she couldn't get to her phone fast enough, and I couldn't get to my phone fast enough. But it was definitely a Kodak moment. Beautiful bird, beautiful hawk. Immediately grabbed my bird book, looked it up, and was like, that's a male northern harrier hawk. And it was cool. I mean, so cool. I wish I could have got a picture or video of it. But that just goes to show you never know what you're going to see in nature. You never know what's out there. So we keep watching and keep doing what we can. Keep trying to gather evidence, whether it's a big, just definitive footprint, video of them crossing the road, or you stumble upon them. We stumble upon them out in the wilderness in one of the wildlife management areas. Something. You know, find hair, find nests. It's just kind of tricky in some of these areas. It's not like those forested areas, you know, out in Oregon and California. You just get out there and go, you know, and just do it. You know, there's a lot of private land, like I said, that backs up to these wildlife management areas. I don't want to take nobody off. We're not trying to cause no trouble or break no laws, but, you know, if we can meet and greet these people that have the farmland that backs up to the wildlife management areas, or, you know, the preserves, you know, we'd be happy to investigate the land for you and listen and look, and, you know, if we happen to capture great evidence and it's definitive and it's, you know, irrefutable and it's, you know, good, golden, we'll share in all royalties. If I'm not looking to make money, folks, that's not my deal. It'd be great, get a great picture, you know, and people will say, hey, look, man, I'll give you, that's fine and dandy. My main goal is to get out there and have fun, exercise. I love nature. I love being out there. So that's what I just like to do. So that's why I'm out there looking for squatch. You know, so it's my #1 hobby. But it would be great to be able to say, you know what? Yep, for real. I mean, I've had some stuff happen. You know, in other videos I've explained, we've had rock thrown at us, we've heard a whoop, heard a knock, we heard a yell, caught some paranormal stuff, a EVP, you know, out around these marshes. But I just gotta keep looking. They're out there somewhere. So look, we're coming into the next little village. I'm gonna sign off. I don't know, you guys don't want to drive through that stuff and see just the village. So thank you guys again for hanging out, sitting in with Big Herb and buckled in with your snack and your drink and hanging out. We make this run tonight trying to find these rascals. So you guys keep squatching, keep watching, and we will definitely keep you posted. Peace out.